and he got one for the dads coming up too. But I know he has some kind of event going on in Miami, and was talking to Jen about how he was gonna fly us out to Miami and all kind of other shit. I'm like, cuz, fuck you and your trip to Miami, my nigga. You can go suck a dick. There's no way in hell I'm gonna sit here and let you use my daughter the way you did, and was sitting there parading and posting and bragging about coming to Portland, but don't even come to Portland because there was no money involved, my nigga. This isn't your typical podcast, my nigga. I don't hold my tongue for shit, and neither do the men around me. If you're looking for something a little bit more vanilla, I highly advise you to turn this motherfucker off, cause we about to talk that shit.
Everything XL. Bitch, I'm a big gangster. I turn around with that foreign love. Cocaine and slang.
Hey, god damn it. You feel me? This isn't your typical podcast. I don't hold my tongue for shit, and neither do the men around me. If you're looking for something a little bit more vanilla, I highly advise you to turn this motherfucker off, because we're going to talk that shit. Hey, bro. Portland. What the fuck is going on in this bitch? It is hot. Not hot, but it is hot. Jay, how hot was it yesterday?
Record breaking.
Was it record breaking?
Yeah, it's the hottest day it's ever been.
I thought today was supposed to be record breaking.
Oh no, today's gonna be hotter. But yesterday was the hottest. Whatever it was, June 20, whatever. Hottest. It was last time in 1965.
Bro, fuck. What was yesterday? 106?
107.
107?
Yeah, tapped out.
Today's supposed to be 115. Or no, today's supposed to be 111, and then tomorrow's supposed to be 115. Monday. Today's Sunday. Yeah, today's Sunday. So yeah, I think today and tomorrow, or Monday and Tuesday, is supposed to be the hottest it's ever fucking been in Portland, bro. When I seen that motherfucking weather shit on my phone, and that motherfucker said 115 Monday, cause I damn near didn't even want to do the podcast. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Oregon's pulling in Arizona hard,
bro. It's global warming.
You said it.
All right, bro. Can you hit that? I know somebody somewhere, nigga, in their motherfucking basement. Oh, this is the government. They're trying to kill us. But yeah, man, good afternoon, everybody. For the people watching and for the people listening, it's your boy, Macmillion. We got Jason in the building today, as always.
Always.
Jason, a.k.a. Mr. Get the Check. You hear me?
You love it.
94 Prince ain't here with us today. Brody is on tour. Getting to it right now. He had to go out to California and go DJ right after we got done with the Haiti Baby show. You feel me? So it's just us in here today. We rocking, we thugging. When we first started this whole podcast shit, you feel me? My whole regiment to the situation was I wanted to put out a new podcast every Monday. And now that we're 23, 24 episodes in, I've been able to keep that schedule going. You feel me? I put out the visuals and the audio on Mondays, and we record on Sundays. Some have been like spare the moment, immediate podcast interviews that we had to do, and I wanted to get out there as quick as possible. So some have been right away, some been pre-recorded, but for the most part, majority of the shit is being pre-recorded. I want to put a different twist on the situation. You feel me? So, a nigga's been like when I got shows and shit, it be making it hard to get them shows out there. So the last 2-3 weeks, hey, I take the fault for that. Shit's been coming out on Tuesday. Why? Because a nigga got too much shit to fucking do. I'm gonna keep it a buck between trying to be Macmillion the rapper and Macmillion podcaster and Macmillion from Everything XL with these pictures and these cameras. Oh, bro, I am burnt the fuck out. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But that's no excuse, you feel me? A nigga wanted to build this platform, I built it, so I got a responsibility, and that is get the people the fucking content on time. You feel me? So as a nigga in position to call shots and make shots and make things happen, I also gotta ride that boat when the boat's fucking up. So you feel me? I apologize. We're gonna get this shit together. So with that being said, me and Jason, we over here making a few what would you call it? Not changes, but we've been rearranging some things. We rearranged the studio. Got some shit done in this motherfucker.
Mix up that feng shui in this bitch.
You feel the feng shui, my guy. New computer, new equipment, new business ideas, new new everything. You feel me? It's 2021. You ain't gotta wait a whole year to get on some new shit. If you come up with an idea and you feel like it's profitable, it makes sense, jump on that shit. Don't wait. You feel me?
Make that resolution.
Yeah. So fuck waiting till New Year's. We got an idea. We got a plan. We doing it now. You feel me? It's about to be the official Real XL studio. We doing the podcast out of here. We're going to be doing some music recording out of here. Not necessarily to the public, but more like tapping in with different artists, having them come through, you feel me? Getting them features in. So I'll be able to produce more content, more mixtapes, more albums, more all kind of shit, you feel me? That's all a nigga been doing is trying to work, stay consistent, you feel me? And building this podcast or starting the podcast has helped in a major motherfucking way because music, the podcast, you feel me, it washes each other's hands. So they go hand in hand and shit. So yeah, man.
How's the music shit treating you?
Bro. So July 20th, Blue Aries 2 on the way. That's the first time. That's the first time I said the date. That's the official date. The pre-order went out today. I got the email, you feel me? I've been arguing back and forth with CD Baby for like the past month. I done already had to change my date 2 and 3 times, push that motherfucker back, you feel me? Oh, and they been tripping on me about the dumbest shit fucking possible, bro.
What?
I had to change one of the names of my songs. It was titled Boys to Men. And they was telling me that I couldn't have a name track title the same basically as somebody famous. So two of my songs I had to change because after that happened, I made it an abbreviation. So instead of it being Boys to Men, it's B2M. But Mozzie has a song called Boys to Men. So it's like, bro, do famous people get it? You feel me? It's hella slack, but this independent artist can't do that. Like, bro, suck my dick.
Mozzie made the phone call.
Brother. So I had to change that, and then there was another track on there that had Nipsey Hussle's name in it, and they thought that it was a joint project. I'm like, bro, no, this ain't got nothing to do with bro for real. It's just him speaking. So I couldn't use his name in my track title, so I had to cut his name out of that. Then there was an artist that had leased a beat, the same beat that I did from a producer. And I guess his song was popping up in the YouTube content ID, but the song was nowhere near on the internet. So this is the first time in fucking 7-8 years that a nigga's been doing music where I had to go through the emails, find the fucking email from the producer, find the contract between me and this motherfucker. Then I had to send it in to 3 people at motherfucking CD Baby. Then I had to wait a whole motherfucking week for a response. Just for them to say it's okay for me to put a song on my album that I've already released with CD Baby. So you bitch ass motherfuckers already distributed this song for me as a single. But now that I'm trying to put it on the album, it's like all kind of red flags. Hey, you know what? Fuck you, but it is what it is. I did it. We did it.
That's dope.
Kinda. It was a headache.
Oh, I meant that the album's almost done. When's the date again?
Oh yeah. July 20th. Right before tour.
Hey.
Only in the South. You feel me? Big gangster. Yeah, man, we got the big gangster freestyle coming too. That's what y'all just heard at the beginning of this shit. But enough about me, man. What you been up to, Jay? Father's Day.
I flew back to Indiana. That was actually good. It was a very unplanned trip. So I kind of threw some shit together, hit up my people that I want to see, and then didn't tell the people that wanted to see me that I didn't want to see. But it was a good trip, man. It's always good. Bittersweet, going back home.
Right.
You get to see the old family and friends, and then it's good to see the people that are succeeding, and then bittersweet to see those people that you still love, but kind of still doing the same shit that they were doing.
How long have you not lived at home? When I say home, I mean like Indy, not in your parents' house.
Yeah, the first time I moved out to Oregon, I lived in Forest Grove in like 2013, and just loved Oregon. Kind of came out with no car, no job. Loved it so much, went back and got my car, got my dog, and then we moved out here in 2015. So I lived in Newburgh for a moment.
So you've been out here, what, 5-6 years?
Yeah, and then Portland all that time after that. My roommate, actually, when I lived in Newburgh, we had like a week before our lease was up at the end, trying to figure out, all right, where we're going to live, what we're going to do. He's like, hey, I'm moving with this chick, so you got to find yourself a new place.
Oh, he did you scandalous.
Hey, they're married now, so I can like at least
he did it for a reason.
It wasn't just some bitch, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Still, fuck him.
Got me to Portland, though, so. But I've been here 7 years now. It's crazy.
Years. So in the 7 years of you being here, like, what's your real intake on Portland compared to any? Like, is it more laid back? Is it more advanced?
Portland is super laid back. It is also super advanced. It's special. That's why I moved out here, actually, is because of how everybody's pretty accepting. They're also like, I can almost think like cutting edge floor. Like they'll try something new, even if it fails.
Right.
One thing that's interesting, like out here, you find that real good hole in the wall food spot, for example, and it's word of mouth. Might look dingy and shit on the outside, but you go in there, it's good.
Okay.
But back home, it's more like, oh, you've got multiple locations. That means you're respected. You were able to do this in multiple locations. That must mean it's good.
Right.
Like a different mindset.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but that's how they think back in the Midwest type shit. If you have more locations, that means you're doing it versus the like
the actual like, is this good food? You feel me? Or whatever the product is. So with that being said, and you've been out here for 7 years now, going back home, when's the last time you went home besides Father's Day?
I try to go back once a year at least, but I haven't been back for longer than a week in the whole time I've been back. I go back for like 3 days, 4 days.
Right.
So fly there, rent a car, fly back.
So the last time you was there was about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
So with you only going back home once a year, what changes have you made versus what you see people out there have made compared to what you're doing?
All right. So if I understand the question correctly, what changes have I made personally versus what changes have they made as like as a group of people?
I guess you can say that, or just like, the changes that you've made, you feel me? The growth of Jason and Indy versus Jason and PDX, you feel me?
Yeah. So basically to start with that is a lot is me versus me now. I've said that before in this podcast, but it's like, I don't care so much about other people, and not in like a, I'm self-centered type of shit.
Right.
But like when people try and beef with me, or people like, oh, you're a silly white boy, you look silly, whatever. Right. That shit doesn't affect me, because I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday. And so much shit happens that I can't control.
Right.
The only thing I really can control is how I think about the thing that just happened, how I react to what just happened to me. And so I got more like a stoicism.
I could dig that.
So I think that's my biggest change, and then that goes wherever I go.
Right.
But Indy's cool because it's getting more accepting. It's always been a city, so it's been, multicultural shit like that. But they're finally getting to a point now where you got the city bikes, you got the little bit of.
Are you talking about like how Portland got the Nike bikes?
Yeah, there's our city bikes, like Citibank, I think is who does their bikes.
They didn't have that out there before?
They had it, but they're starting to get, just kind of like you asked what's changing out there. They're getting a little bit more like, bike
I guess I couldn't
friendly
expect
shit.
Indy to be on the same page as us, just because it's like we got Nike, so it's like this is a fitness city.
Yeah,
You feel me?
and it's much more. So I don't know if you know this about Oregon and Portland, biking capital of the world. It's like one of the best places to own a bike, ride a bike, and be able to bike from like work to home and bike to the grocery store and shit like that. Indy is like the crossroads of America. It's made to just drive over.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because if you like, I know a lot of people wouldn't pay attention, but like movies like Crossroads, you feel me, with Britney Spears, like Indy is a good place to shoot movies that have to deal with road trips, driving, family moving from this place to Indiana or from Indiana. Someone's always from Indy. You feel me?
Yeah, and like they don't shoot Stranger Things there, but Stranger Things is a show that's supposed to be based out of like small town Indiana. And so it's like that Indiana's like, it's fucking weird, conservative. It's got its own problems and shit.
Right.
But one thing that they do good is they do have that sort of like hometown pride, like take care of one another. Your neighbors are good people type shit.
Right.
So, but it is what it is.
But
they're catching up.
Well, what about some of your friends that you went to high school and shit with? Like, have people, not saying that you're doing better off than them, but it's like, when I think of Indiana, and I guess this is more so like because of movies and shit like that, they always show like that one white person that came from like a country hillbilly type town, and he became a lawyer, but everyone there is still working at the gas station, motherfucking the auto shop, you feel me? And everyone knows everyone's business because it's a small community.
That is spot on. That small
Are
town.
you serious?
That is, because that's small town shit, because there's so many people that don't get out of their hometown, and their hometown's so small where that's exactly it. Where I almost think I have this theory about people from like the Midwest, where it's like here I don't describe people by how they look, which is just a personal choice, where it's like I'd rather say he had that dope ass jacket on, or you
describe the person based on what they got on.
He was being silly. He was telling them jokes and stuff like that, instead of it being like, oh, the black dude with their afro. But in the Midwest, that's how they describe people. That's what they see.
Right.
And then, oh, the chick with pink hair.
Right.
It's just a visual thing, and they don't mean it with mean intent, but it comes off that way. Hella bad.
Like, did this motherfucker
like record scratch, like skirt. And I think that there are that sort of effect where people don't get out of their hometown. And that's some of the biggest problems, is that people don't see other people. They don't, that's like why I love Everything Excel. You get to see what these people who you may not ever,
talk that
congregate
shit
with, never politic with. And they're actually like, oh shit, Can Jones is into that. Oh shit, Wavy Nathan's into that.
I don't. I know when I've said this before, I get that weird look from people when I've said that when it comes to podcasting, that's not real. You don't really see like hood niggas involved in that. Not saying that there ain't black people involved in that podcasting world, but not to even label myself as a nigga, but it's just more like when you think of hood or street or not that world class, you feel me? Like when you think of niggas on the opposite side or black folks on the opposite side of that, there's nobody involved in that world. Charlamagne, I wouldn't consider him a nigga, you feel me? Not to say he ain't black, it's just the attitude that comes along with that, you feel me? I wouldn't put Envy, of course, in there. I wouldn't put who would you consider Sean Cotton to be a podcaster? And Sean Cotton's the dude that runs Say Cheese. I wouldn't consider that podcasting. You feel me?
Because I don't even like the VJ type shit where Charlamagne, I don't even think he's a podcaster. He's got podcast shit, and he does release media in that sort of context. But
I would say the only person like that's close to the lifestyle I live that's involved in podcasting now is AD, because he's a part of No Jumper. And he fuck with Adam 22, you feel me? So outside of that, like Joe Budden, he's not a nigga, you feel me?
Strictly on that basis too, if you're talking like podcasters that have like a media-based podcast show sort of thing, instead of it just being this rapper that sits in front of the camera by himself and he fucking talks into a mic and podcasts releases that media. I can't remember. I've seen a few of the people that do that. I think Currency or somebody has one like that where it's just like a one-on-one. I don't want to name names, but somebody like that. There was just a random ass rapper who faced the camera towards him and then had like ticker shit scrolling by and but just, you know, a one-on-one.
What about T.I. with his Expeditiously? I don't. If T.I. wasn't on the level of where he's at in the media, not the media, but his career and being famous and shit, I low key would, because look, T.I. is he from the hood, you feel me? Yeah. But he's grown, so it's like, I don't know. I think it's a not a catch-22, but like it's a weird situation. But when it comes to podcasting as a whole, I wouldn't see like someone on my level being involved in it the way that I am. So it's like I have my relationships and connections in the world that I'm from, you feel me? And I also got the connections and know people in this new world that I'm in. And there's people that are in this world that really want to know about shit over here, but obviously can't ask them kind of questions, you feel me? But me being from this world, I know how to ask certain questions, or I can get involved in certain shit and know how to produce the content to the world based on what they need to know versus someone getting in trouble, you feel me? Niggas ain't gotta, nigga, I wish I motherfucking would go on Vlad TV. You got me fucked up, nigga. Like, I mean, now and today I would, you feel me? Just because I'm not involved in anything, like, nigga. But when I first started rapping, or nigga was still in the streets when I was rapping, cause you couldn't fucking pay me, nigga. And even today, like, nigga, my rap sheet is some other shit, you feel me? I ain't worried about nothing about a motherfucker asking me nothing, cause anything I've ever done, I've done by myself. But one case, I think my pistol charge.
Allegedly.
Nah, nigga, ain't allegedly. I done already did my time for that. Nigga, that shit's on my record. Like, it's, bro, I get asked about that shit all the time. So nigga, it is what it is, nigga. That just comes from being in the streets at a young age. That comes from being misguided, you feel me? Just being involved.
I didn't go to the town that I grew up in when I was back.
Oh, where'd you go?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I don't fuck with that town. Like, it's that, like when you were talking about middle America type shit, where it's like there's, you know, people get stuck in there.
So you don't go back to the.
I don't funk with those people. No.
I do. When I go home, I go back to Salinas.
Well, see, that's why. Like, that's the thing is, like, I go to the city, like the big city. I don't fuck with the town folk though. They're in like the smaller towns and shit that are around, just because it is that.
See, for me, I look at it different. Like, there's still people that I love and care about that live there. And also, like, every time I go back and I go to everywhere where I lived, places I was trapping and getting money at, and just the town as a whole, it does something to me. You feel me? And then, like, at first, it was one of those things where, like, I would have never wanted to leave California if I'd never got out of California or was forced to leave as a kid. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So playing the back and forth Greyhound game, you feel me, at 18 kind of opened my eyes to traveling. You feel me? So now I'm used to nigga being on the Greyhound by myself, going from state to state. So it's like I want to see something else now. You feel me?
I took a Greyhound from Oregon to Indy once.
You got me fucked up. Never in my life,
bro.
After graduating from the Greyhound to Amtrak, I swore up and down on my mama I was never getting on another Greyhound ever again in my fucking life, bro. Swear to God. The plane thing, it was one of those like, yeah, I'm afraid of heights. Yeah, I don't like being on a plane, but I understand why I got to be on this motherfucker. And I got to get to this place immediately and all kind of other shit. But other than that, yeah, you got me fucked up, nigga.
I'm a little shaky on the heights too, and the thing that sold me on the planes was that, hey, every day there's like 150 of these motherfuckers at each of these terminals. There's 150 of these terminals, you know, like 10,000 flights a day. None of those motherfuckers crash. And as wild and crazy as it feels up there that whole time, you know what I mean? Like if a fucking Southwest Airlines plane hit the fucking ground in Kansas, you'd see about it. If a fucking Delta flight.
So peep this out though. Being a kid, and I'm talking about 6, 7 years old, So that must be 94-ish, 95-ish, you feel me? Like, I remember being a kid and always hearing about a plane crashing, bro. And something about a black box on TV.
Yeah,
you know what the black box is, right?
Yeah, it's like a recording thing. So
Yeah,
that way they can
I
get the
used to
last-
always hear that. And then, like, the last crash, the plane crash that fucked me up was when LaLa died. That was, like, the 5th plane crash that I heard of as a kid. So it was like, I've always been weird about planes. And then a couple years after that, here come 9/11. You feel me? So it was like, that was like, okay, I'm cool, bro. I'm Gucci.
Travis Barker just said that he just really, I think, tweeted just a couple days ago, was like, I might fly again. Because he hasn't flown since he was in a terrible plane crash where his friends died. He didn't, but he got burned up bad. And he never flew again. But he's talking about maybe even thinking about doing it again. But that's what, flying's fucking crazy. You're defying gravity type shit.
I feel that he was traumatized. Bro, you go through some traumatizing type shit and it fuck you up.
One time I took a little puddle jumper from like Seattle from Portland. So, it's like a 45-minute flight. Maybe.
I hate that.
But, bro, he even got on the PA before we got on. He's like, it's going to be turbulent as fuck. It just, buckle up. No, nothing. Just, chill out, relax. And I felt like it was riding turbulence the whole time is what I felt like. You know what I mean? When the plane's kind of riding and it hits the turbulence, you're like, oh, get a little shaky. It was that the whole goddamn time. Like, you could just feel the plane in the sky kind of.
I'm cool on that shit, bro. I'm cool.
But no, I gotta be optimistic where it's like.
Have you ever been on a boat?
Not like a long trip. I've rode like little houseboats and shit like that and speedboats and shit.
No, I'm talking about like a boat.
No. But that's the thing is that even like on a boat is more like trajectory type shit, pool style, where if you hit it and it's going to keep rolling type shit. On a plane, most of those pilots aren't just like they go to fucking IU or go to Oregon State. It's not one of that shit. It's like they're military fucking pilots that retired. I know.
Motherfucking me
On a boat?
I might get on a boat. But this is my thing. I couldn't get on a boat with someone that I cared about.
What do you mean by that?
It's one of those things where, like, okay, say for instance, there was a boat party going on, right? And I knew no one on that motherfucking boat type bullshit. And I just so happened to meet a bitch there. We fucking around, all kind of shit. That boat go down, I'm not going to feel obligated to help save this bitch's life. I don't know you. So it's every motherfucking person for themselves. I'm out of here. You feel me? I got shit to get back to that's on the land, not on this water. You feel me? I will do what I can, but I'm not going to risk my life. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm sorry. Am I code for that?
No, I get what you're saying, and I was thinking like
I couldn't take my family on the boat with me.
I don't know if I would want to.
Because I feel like I'm gambling their life now.
Could you imagine taking a boat trip, like not just like kind of against the coast or where you could see, land?
Bro, I'm not fucking around.
Like catamaran style shit.
I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking around.
Fucking Magellan out there and that shit?
Nah, I'm Gucci. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, a motherfucker is probably saying, bro, you don't want to live life? Hey, man. If
not on a boat.
Not on a fucking
on
boat.
Land. I'll live the life on land.
I'm cool with the planes down to a certain extent, but I'm flying from here to Atlanta. I'm flying from here to Louisiana. From Portland to California. Maybe even from Portland to New York, goddammit. Boston, Maine.
I got one for you.
Hawaii?
I fucked up on my flights, and I booked my flight to back home from Indy to Oregon, and I lay over in North Carolina, Charlotte.
What?
Yeah, a little flea flicker across America.
How the hell did you do that?
When I was booking it, they're all just the acronyms or whatever for the, and so it's CHT, and I was looking at times instead of, and I was a little hung up.
You was high as shit. Because that is a jackass move.
But this is what I found out. Charlotte, whatever that's called, Charlotte International, whatever. Big ass airport. It's whatever, pretty nice. They have so many fucking bars that they got them shoved in where it's like A1, A2, little bar right here, A3, A4, like in between where
Why so many beer spots?
Oh, because this is why. They do cocktails to go. They've got a plexiglass window where you can go walk up next to the bar. So if you're just sitting at the bar, that's one thing. But if you got your luggage and you got a 30 minutes, 45 minutes until they start.
You just go get you a cocktail.
Double Paloma. Yeah, and then they give you your cocktail, and now you're dragging your luggage with a fucking mixed
I don't want
drink
to
in
sit
your
there
hand.
and say that we don't do that here. I know there's beer, but
Liquor.
I don't think we do that here.
Liquor.
I've never tried to go and look. I know on the plane, yeah. I don't even think they really do that on the plane anymore.
They don't. I don't even really see it.
Yeah. Motherfucking yeah, bro. Nah, I think that any responsible adult would want to wait until they got on the plane if it was that serious. You feel me? And have a drink on the plane. But if you gotta have a drink in between, you feel me?
I don't know if you could have a drink. What if you can't have one on the plane anymore?
If it gets to that, I don't know, bro. Because there's some people. There's some people that can control themselves, you feel me? And there's some people that just fucking can't. So as a person that can control themselves, it's one of those things where like it's not a necessity for me to have a drink, so I don't care about it. You feel me? Yep. It's like cigarettes in the pen. Like I wouldn't have voted for cigarettes. I probably would have on some like money making type shit, but like for the need to smoke nicotine, I don't smoke cigarettes. Like what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I want motherfucking country go visits. Where that pussy at? Show me your pussy, I'll give you $1,000. My nigga, you feel me? And if I ain't got no bitch, I'm voting on cable. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck about them cigarettes. Oh me, nigga. Oh shit. This nigga rich.
All right, it's hot as fuck. What is the? I got a temperature check. 99. It's only at 99 right now.
But see, the only reason why we're so high is because we podcasting right now. We had to turn this fucking loud ass AC fucking portable AC monster swamper 9000 off. You feel me?
You're welcome, podcast.
You feel me? God damn it. There was some other shit I wanted to talk about for low-key forgot. Oh, my daughter's event.
Oh, what happened with that? I'm sorry I didn't make that. Yeah, that was my flight. I got caught in that Charlotte shit.
I already knew you wasn't going to. It's all good, family. Giggles was there. He made it. Prince got held up at the airport. Some shit happened with him. I'll let him talk about that one when he get back. Nothing happened at the event. The event went lovely. You feel me? For the people that been following my daughter's story, since we started this podcast, if you're new, I'll bring you up to date real quick. My daughter, she recently had cancer, and she's a type 1 diabetic. We found out she was a type 1 diabetic November 2000 and what was that, 19? When was the Kevin Gates show? It was like 19? Yeah, 19, I think. And then a year later, that week, in that month, we found out she had lung and kidney cancer. She had a tumor the size of a like grapefruit or a Nerf football on her kidney. So she pretty much had like two stomachs. One was, the kidney was the size of her stomach. You know what I mean? So we've been dealing with that. We're doing the chemo. We did the chemotherapy. We did the regular chemo. No, radiation is what I meant. Excuse me. Radiation, and then we did chemotherapy. It was a very emotional, very hard process to deal with. A lot of people don't know that was my second child going through that. My son, he also had a tumor in the back of his cerebellum. And his wasn't cancerous though, thank God. But baby girl, Princess, she wasn't very lucky. The process took a toll on everybody, you feel me? And her seeing the positive outcome in the situation and her getting the chance to ring the bell really meant a lot to all of us, you feel me? Like, that's my child, you feel me? Jen, she handled a lot of shit when it came to that. Not because I didn't want to, you feel me? It was just one of those things where like I was there, but like when I got a chance to get away, I needed to in order to make the podcast happen, taking care of other shit outside, business shit outside of the hospital. So it was like mom's there taking care of baby, and I'm there when decisions need to be made and doctors need to speak to both parents. And when I could be there, I was there. Fucking Jason, you trying to catch the table on fire, cuz?
Oh, my bad, bro.
This nigga got a whole cherry on this bitch.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, I'm dead ass.
Brother fan. Forgive me.
But yeah, man. So now that it's over, it was a big giant weight lift. So in between that, Jen had got intertwined with this group. You feel me? I really don't want to say their name, but I do want to say their name just because bruh's a whole mark. And he really need his ass whooped, you feel me? But yeah, she got involved with this group. They approached her with like wanting to do all kind of shit for my daughter, and she low key was becoming she was supposed to be a volunteer for their program and all kind of shit, and just something that was positive. Like the I don't want to call it a scam, but the idea of Brother Man's organization is a good one. You feel me? The idea is dope as fuck. It's him. He ain't shit. From the outside looking in, the way he has it pictured or set up, it's like, bro's a dope person. He's popping up on these kids. He's making their day. You feel me? He's talking about their situation and letting their story be known and just making the kids feel special. Bro, that's dope. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't give a fuck if you used to sell crack. I wouldn't give a damn if you've even knocked somebody down. You feel me? If you've gotten to a point in your life where you realize this is not the way to be living and you wanted to do some good in this world before you left, by all means, bro. Like, you still wasn't shit for the bad decisions you made, but you're trying to right them wrongs. Even though some wrongs can never be, you feel me, fixed. But you're still trying. You're applying yourself. And while you're here, you're doing good when you could have been doing bad. I get that. You feel me? So bro used to, I guess he used to sell weed to D-list celebrities and shit like that. And like, there was hella shit on the internet. Females calling this dude like a weirdo and low-key a rapist and weird shit like that. Like, the way that they described him was like, bro, you're a weird one, fam. And every post that I've ever seen about him from like 2013 was always people getting on him about rocking this wild ass shirt, the same one. It was like a gray shirt. He wore it in every motherfucking picture. He's posting pictures online, acting like people are buying weed from him and he's fucking with them when really it's him asking for the motherfucking picture type weird shit. But this is where the fucked up shit comes into play with him. This nigga, he don't really talk to people that much. It's always his volunteers, depending on where they're at in his company, do the most work. But one of the volunteers from the company was helping Jen set up the special day for my daughter. It's 36 hours before the event where he finally gets on the phone with Jen and is letting her know that he knows nothing of the event. Nothing's been paid for or any kind of shit like that. You feel me? And it's one of those things where like, bro, how does a person that run an organization that you have and don't know nothing? You feel me? That's just like, if there was a big ass event here and you were the one that was setting it up, you don't think I'm gonna know anything about it? Like, that doesn't make no motherfucking sense. But he tried to throw this lady all underneath the bus and some extra shit, and it just became one of those things where, like, once I got on the phone and got to hear his side of the situation, like, bro, you're full of shit.
Really?
You're fucking full of shit, my nigga. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you've, like, posted my daughter on your page and talked about her story.
He did one of
and you put Portland on your 10-day run list, like, and what other kids are you dealing with that live in Portland? Because you posted about my daughter and you coming to Portland about my daughter. You feel me? So when he calls to tell us about that, he's pretty much saying that he's not coming to Portland.
Did he have an excuse? What was his excuse for not coming?
The excuse was he knew nothing about it, which was a fucking lie.
How?
Because that's what I'm saying, bro. There's so much screenshots and info between conversations between him and the other volunteers, him and Jen, and it's like, my nigga, you're a whole liar. A fucking liar.
Especially after you did all that work.
Bro, did all the work. You feel me?
Wow.
It really wasn't him. It was this other lady that did the work.
But
that lives in the area.
Who's posting the shit though, right?
He's posting it though.
That's how does he post it and then not realize?
You feel me? You feel me?
Not to like beat it
bro,
at
it's
horse,
fucking
but
a whole liar. You feel me? There was some girl that got on one of his statuses and asked him why he didn't come to Portland. He deleted the comment.
ooh,
Then she doubled back on another status, asked that question again, and asked him why you deleted that comment. Bro, took a screenshot of it. So I have the screenshots. So it's like, bruh, he need to holler at me before I get to being petty, because it's like, you're a whole son of a bitch, my guy. And then he ended up deleting her comment and blocked her. Just some random person. So it's just like, you post these kids on your page. This is what got me hot. My family didn't need nothing from him. We were already in the mix of putting a party together for our daughter and all kind of other shit. So him coming along wasn't gonna make or stop the situation. The fact that he got involved, or his organization got involved at the time that they did, it was one of those things where they got involved before we had anything put in place, but we were already making plans to do what we needed to do with the funds that we had. So with that being said, a lot of what was planned was based on them. You feel me? So for him to get involved, all these plans be made, yada, 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 you call us 36 hours before the event to basically say you're not coming and all kind of other shit. That's kind of a fucked up situation that you put me and my family in. But this is the thing. After being mad, sitting down and really doing my homework on bro, I find out his real name. I find out he's not from LA. He sweats Nipsey's nuts, nigga. It's a white boy that's from fucking your neck of the woods, actually. Like,
busted.
What else? He was on TMZ at one time, but like they was trying to paint this picture of him being like this other person. The feds is watching this nigga's bank account right now, so that's why he's going on this like campaign of, oh, like he'll be posting shit on his Facebook about, oh, we giving 10 kids laptops or iPads, yada, 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 at the end of the month. I mean, that's dope. I want them kids to have all them iPads, but it's just one of those things where like, now that you've tried to paint this picture that you're this kind of a person and you're posting these kids' stories, you get companies or other people, donors, you feel me, to give you these tens and 20 thousands of dollars based on the image that you're posting on Facebook involving these kids. I wouldn't have nothing to say or would say anything until what happened? You used my daughter. I'm not saying I don't give a fuck about none of the other kids, but I really don't give a fuck about none of the other kids, nigga, because that's, if their parents don't see that or want to speak up on it, like, that's them. I don't give a fuck. But my daughter, you didn't post her once. You didn't post her twice. You posted a few different update stories and all kind of other shit about my daughter. So now that there's been multiple occasions where you've acknowledged my daughter and said you was doing this and doing that, and then back out how you did, and then come to find out, each one of them states that he went to, there was a fundraiser ran at each one of those states. And he's gotten anywhere between 5 to 10, I want to say like maybe even $15,000, like different ones. Like he might have went here, got 5. He went to a different state, got 7, or went to a different state and got 15. You feel me? $1,000 from these donations and fundraisers that you're making in each one of these states. When he found out that uh, the things that were planned at Randall's Children's Hospital wasn't going on, the communication line between us faded out a little bit. Then when they found out that they couldn't do a fundraiser at Portland State University, that's when the communication stopped, because then when there was no time to really put a fundraiser together and he knew that he wasn't getting no money from coming to Portland, that's when he made the phone call and backed out of the situation. So let me get this straight, partner. You didn't come out here because there was no money involved for you with my daughter's situation? Nigga, you hit us. The fuck you talking about? And then after all of that, the motherfucking news station, I know it ain't their fault, but the news, they came out to the event and talked with me and my wife, and just at the end of it on TV, it's like they said something about the situation wouldn't be possible without bruh's company, and that shit got me hot because nigga, they didn't do nothing. The only thing they
gonna
did,
say their name?
fuck him. I might, depending on how mad I get by the end of this podcast. No, but I know this little weirdo, bro. He probably, I ain't gonna say that nigga shit, but yeah, me and Milk Tyson need to have a phone call. We need to have a conversation. I even text bro. He wouldn't call me. After I got off the phone with him and Jen, and he knew I was pissed. Oh, this is another thing he did. He tried to bribe us. You bitch ass nigga. He tried telling us that he was gonna pay for us to come to Miami when he got out there. You feel me? Because he throws like these events where like he'll gather up like 10 moms that are like dealing with like that have kids that are dealing with like cancer and like life trauma type situations, and sends them on an all paid for type trip. You feel me? He's done it a couple times, and he got one for the dads coming up too. But this, I know he has some kind of event going on in Miami, and was talking to Jen about how he was gonna fly us out to Miami and all kind of other shit. I'm like, cuz, fuck you and your trip to Miami, my nigga. You can go suck a dick. There's no way in hell I'm gonna sit here and let you use my daughter the way you did, and was sitting there parading and posting and bragging about coming to Portland, but don't even come to Portland because there was no money involved, my nigga. Bro, you gonna have to see me about something about my baby. Yeah, buddy. So that was the situation.
Damn.
I don't have the ladies' info on me right now, but me and Jim, we're gonna do an episode with Princess LaLa. You feel me? And when we do that, we'll do our whole thank you spills for everybody that was involved, because there's so many people, so many like, I don't want to say agencies. I hate that name, but just like people that were involved that cared, that I want to make sure I get everybody and don't leave nobody left out type shit.
That is fucked up, but that's incredible.
It was weird, bro. Shit got weird real fast with that dude. But yeah, Milk Tyson.
Glad it still turned out though. Her event, I'm glad it still turned out.
Oh,
fuck them.
bro. DeAndre, he was there. He got it all on camera. We had some bullshit going on at the hospital. Motherfuckers was acting funny because we popped up in there with big cameras, big lights, all the shit. Shot some of my music video on the balcony at the hospital and shit.
They frown upon that.
Bro, come on, man. You ain't gonna, nigga, you got me fucked up. This big gangster nigga. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. My nigga. But yeah, we got baby girl's event on camera. So we'll be posting the info or the recap here soon. I shot my video, so I got that coming. What else happened that day? Shit, it was hot as fuck that day too. Glad you weren't here. Was it hot out there?
Yeah, but it rains there too sometimes. But it's like that, like thunderstormy rain.
Y'all get lightning storms out there, huh?
Yeah, you ever like
Twister, the movie?
Yeah, but I was gonna say like what? Smell hot and shit and that shit. But you ever watch like lightning storms? That used to be a thing, like watching thunderstorms, old school shit.
Nah, I'm not really into that. I'm more into hearing it. I like the thunder and the rain. You feel me? Just chilling when it's not hot on some what's that shit called? Like lo-fi music type shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's dope.
That's the vibe,
It's hot as fuck. I think it's like 100 degrees right now.
bro. We were like 50 minutes. Is that a podcast?
Plenty of podcasts for today.
Sure. That was the most quickest bullshit ass conversation for nothing. It wasn't a bullshit conversation, but you feel me?
Got anything else that you should tell people about?
Bro, that's why I'm lagging. I feel like there was.
What's any other shows or anything else?
We got BFB, the Pac-Man coming July 2nd. I think we running Sada Baby back July 17th. Don't quote me. If I go check the Instagram page, IG Everything XL on Instagram. The flyer's coming soon, but I know BFB, the Pac-Man's for sure, July 2nd. The flyer for that's up there. Like I said earlier, Macmillion, Everything XL, we're going on tour. Only in the South. We'll be in Louisiana, July 26th to the 31st. And on the 31st, we drive from Louisiana to Atlanta. We're going to be in Atlanta for about 10 days. We doing interviews. We doing networking events, you feel me? If you do music, tap in with us. If you want to make music, tap in with the fat nigga, you feel me? If you got a platform that you trying to push, you got a business, whatever it is, I ain't tripping. Tap in. We're going to get it together. We're going to get an interview in, you feel me? We're going to let the world know about you. But most importantly is growing your fan base, you feel me? If I'm from Portland and you from out there and you ain't got the money to promote yourself in Portland, I'm the bridge, baby. You feel me? It's the fat nigga though. Jason, it was a podcast as always.
Always a pleasure.
My guy. Shout out to 94 Prince. He's always with us, but not today. You feel me?
I can't do that.
Hey. But yeah, man, we gotta get this motherfucking AC on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, July 2nd, BFB the Pac-Man, can't say it enough. Blue Aries, tap in with the fat nigga though. You feel me? Macmillion the motherfucking most. Your baby mama's favorite fat nigga. July 20th, Blue Aries 2. Man, go pre-order that motherfucker right now. If you fuck with me the long way, I greatly appreciate you. Check this out, right? You go download that, send me the screenshot, proof of purchase, you feel me? I'm going to send you the $10 back, you feel me, on Cash App. That's how we going to run it. So everybody, they go buy that motherfucker, send me the proof of purchase, and I'm going to Cash App you the $10 back for the CD, you feel me? That's how we running that shit, though. Anything for the people?
Nah, that's good shit, bro.
Shit, we out this motherfucker, man. Everything XL, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. What's the Everything XL on Facebook, and then motherfucking what is it? IG Everything XL on Instagram. Yeah, man, we out this motherfucker.
Jason Collette, 2 L's, 2 T's, _.
That's my bitch, yeah. Not really though. I've been on this journey, little mama just hopped on. Tell me I'm your favorite crip. Every time we fuck on, grip tied on the drip. Fat nigga with the fashion. Right now we just coolin', chillin' and relaxing. Roll that weed up. Netflix and shit.